Hi guys, today we're going to be making a rhubarb and strawberry smoothie, which is a little bit desserty, but something that's just a little bit different. So I guess we'll start by letting you know what's in it. Got 3 stalks of rhubarb, so fairly approximate measures, and I've cut them into pieces sort of about a centimetre and a half long. So 3 stalks of rhubarb. I've done most of a punnet of strawberries, 2 oranges, and I've just quartered them. I'm going to use the juice of a lemon, and I'm going to use about 3 slices of ginger, a little bit of ice and a little bit of water. So I guess we'll get things kicked off. We'll put a little bit of ice in. Okay, so I've got about half a dozen ice cubes in there. You don't want too many because it makes it a little bit too much like a frappe type thing. So I'll do those. I'll put a cup of water in. And the water's really just to help get things going. And then I'll chuck in some of that rhubarb. And I'm just going to start by pulping that. I'm just going to find where I've put the top thingy for the... There it is. So I'll just pulse that. That's pulsing really well. The rhubarb really should pulp up quite simply anyway. The majority of rhubarb is actually water, but you just got that little bit of flavour. So anyway, we've got that in. So I'm going to throw in the orange as well. Throw in the strawberries, 3 slices of ginger, and the juice of a lemon. Now the reason I do ginger in there is because, I mean, when you're cooking rhubarb, you'll generally quite like to put ginger in rhubarb when you cook it. So I don't really see any reason why you can't do it in a smoothie as well. Just gives it that little bit of a tart flavour. And similarly with the lemon, just going to get those pips out with that knife because you don't really want the pips from the lemon in there. Anyway, so I've got our lemon juice in there. I've put a cup of water in there, but I'm just going to see how this looks after I've pulsed this a little bit more, because I might want to put a little bit more water in there anyway, because we've got quite a lot of fibre in there from the rhubarb and the orange, but we'll just see how this goes. So, now a quick reminder for those of you who grow rhubarb in your garden as well, if you're doing 3 stalks, it's really important that you don't eat the leaf end of it, and that you don't eat any of the root. The reason being is the leaf is actually poisonous, but it's actually really good for boiling up and making sprays with for your garden, because aphids and things like that really hate it. But it's really important that you trim the root off, the end off the root when you have the stalk, and also that you trim the leaf off. So you really don't want to eat those bits. Even though it's green and it probably looks lovely, it's not something you should be eating. So. It smells fabulous actually. And that's actually not a bad consistency, so we won't worry about adding any more to it. It's actually a little bit lumpy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I say, I've put a cup of water in here with this amount of ingredients, but I would possibly put a little bit more water depending on your own personal taste. But there we go. So you give that a little bit of a stir with the stick. And there we go. That's a nice, fresh rhubarb and strawberry smoothie. Enjoy.